Welcome to week 2 of technology class. And look who's here. Good morning, third graders. Welcome to week 2. I'm so happy to see you. Do you like my mask? Yeah, it's got hearts on it. Yes, I've been kind of sad because I can't see you guys in the classroom, but I'm really happy because a lot of you have been sending in your pictures of your assignments, and I get to see all of your colorful drawings. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. I love to see them. And we're going to take a look at some of those right now. So last week, we talked about technology helping our world. So let's take a look at some of the kids who sent in their drawings. We have our first one here is from Kathy. And she says, doing Zoom to see each other and family. And there's a picture of school Zoom and all of the kids. See all the little boxes and the little faces. And then we can see them on the computer. And seeing our family, because sometimes we may not be able to see them in person. But thankfully we have technology. Great job. Thank you, Kathy. Our next one that we have is from Ben. And Ben made a really cool picture. Wow, Ben, this is super cool. So it looks like, what are they? Drones and planes or some robots helping our world, making deliveries to people at their house. That's what it looks like. Wow, that's super cool. Yeah, technology is super cool. Our next one that we have is from David. And David writes on here, by saying no, hurting. Yes, so these are all by staying 6 feet apart, by wearing a mask or a face protection. These are all ways that definitely to keep ourselves safe right now. And with technology, well, you know, like in the other kids, like Kathy's, Zoom can help us, right? Because we are definitely 6 feet apart. We're not together. So, well, thanks, David, for those tips. Okay, we have another one, Amalia. She says, people can get smarter. And there's a little girl at the computer. Definitely. There's so many things that we can learn on the internet and so many great learning apps and websites for you guys that you can use. It definitely will make you smarter. Thank you, Amalia. So thank you to all of our friends for sharing. If you would like to send yours in, we can share it in our next video, okay? All right, so this week we will be getting started with our computing lessons. And these are all lessons that are done on a computer. So a few things that I need to tell you guys. Number one, thank you so much for just being willing to just be more independent with your technology. I know that we can't be in the classroom together because of safety right now. And I know normally I'm walking around on the computers and I'm helping you guys. And I really do miss that. But for the time being, we're online. So, you know, just thank you, third graders, for really stepping up and just being independent and working on these assignments at home on your computers. And please tell your parents that I said thank you to them for helping you, right? Because it really is just a team effort for you guys to be able to just learn as much as you can, and we need everybody to be helping. So we're just really thankful for your parents that they help you every week and that they let you use the computer that's at your home to be able to get all these assignments done, right? Yeah, you know, my mom, she lets me use her laptop and she helps me learn and she lets me practice typing. And it's really hard for me because I'm a snail, you know. So I really, it gets kind of tricky with the typing. Oh, I know, Snail, but you're so good at it. You're learning. Yeah. So this week we have a special, Snail, you can go sit. Snail's just going to take a little break. So this week we will be using either Microsoft Word or Google Docs. So I know that not everybody has Microsoft Word on their computer, and normally we use that here in the technology classroom. And that's okay if you don't have it at your home computer. You can use something called Google Docs, which you can ask your parent if you can go into their Google account, and I'll show you how to get into the Google Docs today. And what we're going to be working on is learning how to create a vocabulary table. So I know this is something that you have to do as part of your third grade, right? Every day you have vocabulary words and you have to look them up in the dictionary and write the definitions. And so what we're going to do is learn how to type them up. And this is really great because as you get older, a lot more of your assignments are going to be on the computer where you have to type them. And so if you can get used to that now, it'll really help you in fourth grade and fifth grade and middle school, okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is either open up Microsoft Word or Google Docs. So again, if you don't have Microsoft Word, no problem. There's something called Google Docs. And Google Docs is found, so you'll have to ask your parents, inside of a Google account, there's apps, and one of them is called the Google Drive. So we can click on the Google Drive, and then we go to New. There's something called Google Docs. And if we go to a blank presentation, it looks just like Microsoft Word, right? Very similar. A blank page. We have all of our formatting here, our text style, our font style, why did I say text style? Our font style, our font size. We have our colors and everything, all of our center formatting and spacing. So everything is very similar to Microsoft Word. So if you do not have Microsoft Word, we can use Google Docs, no problem. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to add a heading. So our name, our subject, and our date. So let's put our name, Mrs. Erica, and then you can put the subject. This is going to be for technology, and then our date today, September. And so right now I'm recording this video ahead of time, but on Friday it will be the 25th, 2020. Perfect. So you'll put your heading there. Then you're going to add your title. So we're going to call it vocabulary table. So we'll type vocabulary table. And then what you're going to do is you're going to center it and underline it. So if you highlight it, if you left click and highlight, and then you go to underline and then center, it will move it for you. So perfect. Beautiful heading. Then what we're going to do is we're going to insert a table with 2 columns and then however many rows, enough rows for the words on your list. So if you guys have a vocabulary list this week that you're working on for 3rd grade, you can just use those words because it'll be easy. You already will have it in your notebook or in the packet that you work on, and you can just easily type it. If you don't have any words, then you can just pick, I'd say about 5 words and 3 to 5 words and add them into the table, okay? So I can go back and I can change my alignment back to left since I'm on my next line. And then I can go to insert a table, okay? And then we just want to figure out, so we know we want it to be 2 columns. And then I'll just add about 5 rows. So there it is. So now let me add in the titles here. So the first title of the column is going to be vocabulary word. And then the second column is going to be definition because we're looking up the definitions. So let's type in vocabulary word. Oh, oops, if you notice it's still underlined, so you can highlight, you can take away the underline. Unless you want to keep it underlined, it's up to you. So again, we can, maybe we'll keep it underlined. It looks pretty nice. And then we can center it. So those are the main columns of our table, okay? So now you notice the table looks a little bit kind of small. There is a way that you can adjust the table if you want. As you type, these cells will get bigger and bigger. They'll expand out. But if you want to do that, you can put your cursor. There's a way you can put your cursor. Let me see if I can do it. And you can drag down and make it a little bit bigger if you want to do that. So you can just click and drag and make it a little bit bigger if you want to start out with some bigger cells. It's up to you. So all of these boxes in the table can be adjusted to whatever size you want them to be. if you want to make them bigger. You can adjust all of the rows, okay? All right, so let's start out with a practice word that I can fill in. So who wants to pick a word? Lego Man, are you here?
How about let's pick the word Lego?
I don't think we should pick the word Lego. Why don't you pick like another word?
What about supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? That sounds like a good word.
Oh my goodness, that's like a really long word. Should we try that word and see if it's in the dictionary? That would be kind of fun. Okay, so let's see if we can type it. Lego Man, that is a really long word. I don't know. We can try it though. So it's supercalifragilistic. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. Expialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Can you guys say that word like 17 times super fast? I'm just kidding. So I wonder if this is even in the dictionary. So you would have to get out your dictionary and you would have to go to the letter S and see if you could find this word. But I don't know if it is. Well, I have an online dictionary here. I'm going to try typing it in. Super. Oh my gosh, it is in the dictionary. How funny is that? Let's see what it says. Extremely good. It means extremely good. And if you've ever seen the movie Mary Poppins, that's where the word comes from because it was made famous through that movie. So just a fun little, if you have never seen the movie Mary Poppins, you should check it out. It's a super fun movie. We're just being silly, guys, just to make it fun for you guys. But you would type in your word. So if we use this word as an example, I could put it a little bit more centered in the box. Then I would say, okay, well, my definition is extremely good. So I would go and I would put in my definition, extremely good. Again, it's underlining everything. I don't know, you can get rid of the underline if you just undo it. Okay, so you would just do all of the words that you have. So if you have your vocabulary list, you would put your word and then you would type your definition. And then if you don't have a vocabulary list, just pick a few words and just fill in your table. So just pick about like 4 or 5 words and put the definitions, okay? So what I'm really looking for in this assignment is just that you're getting more comfortable using Microsoft Word and Google Docs, right? And that you're just practicing with formatting different things. Like you're able to add a heading, you know how to make something centered, you know how to underline, you know how to add in a table. So these are all just really basic things that you can do with these programs, right? So it's super simple, super easy. It shouldn't hopefully take you longer than maybe 15 minutes to get the whole thing done. And if you're stuck on anything, you can always email me and let me know and I can help you. But again, do it in either Microsoft Word. And if you do it in Microsoft Word, you're going to need to save the file and then email it to me. So you might need a parent's help with that. And then if you do it in Google Docs, you'll definitely need your parents' help because you need to go into their account. And you could rename this. So you could call it, like, name it put your name so I'll know it's you when you share it, and then call it vocabulary table. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I did not spell vocabulary even close to how it should be spelled. So then what your parent can do is press the share button and they can type my email in here, so eastpca@gmail.com, and then they can just share the file, okay? And then that way I can give you credit for working on it. So guys, thank you for just stepping up and being amazing and just really working hard this year to just learn a lot in technology, even though that we're not together. I'm just really proud of you guys for just really, gosh, growing up, you know, and being so mature and responsible. And oh dear, I miss you guys so much. So let me let everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. You're awesome. You're always awesome. And I love you guys.
And Snail, do you want to come on and say goodbye? I know you were like really excited to come on today.
Goodbye, guys. And thanks for watching this video. And I can't wait to see all your vocabulary tables. Yeah, because it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it is. Oh, and you know, just one last thing, if you want to have even more fun with this, you can totally highlight any of the lines. You could change the color too. So say you want to make your title blue, you can make your title blue. Say you want to change your font and you want to make a like a script font. Ooh, it looks so fancy. Make it a little bit bigger. Ooh, voila. You have fun with it. I know you guys know how to do all that stuff already because we learned a lot of that back in second grade. So yeah, have fun. Feel free to be creative if you want to make it more colorful, you want to change the font. Just have fun with it, okay? All right, guys, so we'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your week. We miss you.